Garlic has been treasured for centuries, yet most people today still don't realize they're using it the wrong way entirely. You've heard garlic is healthy, especially for seniors, but the real power lies in how it's prepared before it touches your plate. That tiny white bulb you slice and cook with may carry life-changing compounds, but only if you unlock them the right way. It's not just an old folk tale. Modern science confirms garlic can support heart health, immunity, and even reduce inflammation naturally. But there's a catch, and it's one many people overlook completely, often destroying garlic's healing powers without knowing it. You may think you're doing everything right, tossing garlic into soups or frying it in olive oil for flavor. But heat, speed, and timing make a massive difference in garlic's ability to work medicinally once inside your body. Seniors over 60, especially, stand to gain the most if they can avoid one simple mistake that ruins everything. That mistake? Cutting garlic and immediately cooking it without letting it sit and activate its natural medicinal compounds. Allicin is the magic molecule in garlic, powerful, pungent, and responsible for many of garlic's therapeutic benefits in the body. But here's the shocking truth. If you crush garlic and heat it right away, allicin never gets a chance to form. You might be eating garlic daily, but if you're skipping this one step, you're missing its true healing potential. Let's break it down. Garlic has no allicin inside it when whole, just two inactive substances, alliin and alliinase. When garlic is chopped, crushed, or chewed, those two compounds react together to form allicin in just a few minutes. But if you skip that wait and throw garlic straight into heat, the enzyme alliinase is destroyed, halting allicin formation. So instead of a medicinal food, you've just cooked a slightly aromatic vegetable with little to no health power. The solution? After chopping or crushing garlic, let it rest for 10 minutes before cooking. This allows allicin to fully develop. It's a small change, but one that could significantly boost garlic's impact on your cardiovascular and immune health. For seniors, this is vital, especially when managing issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and immune decline with age. Numerous studies have shown aged garlic and fresh garlic with intact allicin reduce arterial stiffness and promote better blood flow. Garlic supports nitric oxide production in the body, which helps relax blood vessels and reduce overall blood pressure levels. That's why garlic is sometimes called nature's blood thinner, helping prevent clots without the side effects of prescription drugs. It's also been shown to lower LDL bad cholesterol and raise HDL good cholesterol when taken consistently in the right form. But again, none of this works unless you activate the garlic properly. Cut it, let it rest, and then use it. For those over 60, the risk of heart disease increases naturally with age, so garlic becomes more than just flavoring. Garlic can help regulate blood sugar, making it useful for managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes that's common in older adults. Allicin's antioxidants properties protect cells from oxidative damage, a key factor in preventing cognitive decline and chronic inflammation. But timing matters. Garlic must be allowed to breathe before cooking. Without this, all those anti-aging benefits vanish. Many seniors feel tired, foggy, or inflamed and don't realize that garlic, when properly activated, could gently ease these symptoms. Think of it as a small daily ritual. Chop your garlic, leave it on the counter, then prepare the rest of your meal. By the time your water boils or pan heats, the allicin has already formed, and your garlic is now medicinal. Don't make the mistake of thinking garlic supplements offer the same benefit. Many don't contain active allicin or lose potency. Some aged garlic supplements are helpful, but fresh garlic used correctly is still the gold standard for therapeutic impact. In fact, a 2020 review showed raw, properly prepared garlic was more effective than many commercial garlic pills or powders. Even beyond the heart and blood benefits, garlic also acts as a natural antibiotic, especially for respiratory and gut health. For seniors dealing with recurring colds, bronchitis, or sluggish digestion, garlic can gently strengthen and cleanse from the inside out. Its sulfur compounds help rebalance gut bacteria, fight overgrowth of harmful microbes, and restore digestive comfort over time. When you activate garlic correctly, its antimicrobial power is unleashed, helping protect you against common bacterial and viral infections. Garlic has even shown some anti-cancer potential, particularly in lowering risks for colorectal and gastric cancers in long-term users. But all these benefits depend on one key choice: letting garlic sit after cutting, even if it's just 10 minutes. It may seem like a hassle at first, but soon it becomes second nature. Your body will feel the difference with time. Even a clove a day, used properly, can begin transforming your inner health, gently and consistently over the weeks. You can blend it into salad dressings, soups, stews, or spreads. Just make sure you let the garlic activate before heating. If you can tolerate raw garlic, a bit mixed with olive oil or lemon juice offers an easy daily tonic. Some even let crushed garlic sit in honey for a few days, creating a potent immune booster and natural antibiotic. This is especially helpful during colder months when seniors are more vulnerable to flu, pneumonia, and seasonal viral infections. But remember, timing and preparation are everything. Don't just swallow garlic whole or fry it instantly and expect miracles. Nature offers healing through garlic, but only if we work with its rhythm, cut, wait, respect the compound, then consume. Some seniors worry about garlic breath, but this can be reduced by eating parsley or apples after meals for freshness. Also, always consult your doctor before adding garlic daily, especially if you're on blood thinners, since garlic can enhance their effects. But when used mindfully, garlic can be a low-cost, high-impact way to upgrade your health without pharmaceuticals. It's a humble food with a powerful secret, one that unlocks only when you slow down and prepare it right. So if you've been taking garlic for years, but didn't know about the 10-minute wait, now you know what to do. Correct this small mistake today, and your future self may thank you, with a stronger heart, clearer mind, and better protection. Let's explore even deeper how garlic transforms from kitchen spice to senior superfood, once you stop sabotaging its healing potential unknowingly. Once garlic is crushed and rests, its allicin begins working immediately, but it continues evolving once you consume it consistently. Daily exposure to properly activated allicin has a compounding effect. It gently nourishes blood vessels, nerves, immune cells, and digestive tissues. This makes garlic not a one-time fix, but a slow-release tool for aging well, day by day, clove by clove. It's also important to note how garlic affects inflammation, especially the low-grade, chronic type common in aging bodies and tired joints. Allicin suppresses inflammatory enzymes like COX-2 and cytokines that can contribute to arthritis pain, stiffness, and even neurodegenerative conditions. So if you're over 60 and feel stiff, swollen, or sluggish in the morning, garlic might offer gentle daily relief. And yet, none of this applies if you dice your garlic and cook it too fast, skipping the waiting step. It's like watering a plant without ever planting the seed. The medicine only grows if given time to develop naturally. Seniors dealing with high blood pressure especially need to pay attention, as garlic has natural vasodilating and diuretic effects. It helps reduce the tension in artery walls, while supporting better circulation to the brain, limbs, and extremities with age. Some studies show garlic supplements can rival pharmaceutical drugs like atenolol in blood pressure reduction when taken over extended periods. But again, these results only show up when garlic is properly used, whether raw or cooked after the 10-minute resting phase. Garlic also supports the liver, which becomes more sluggish with age, especially under the burden of medications or poor diet. It stimulates the liver's natural detox enzymes and protects against fatty liver disease, a common hidden issue in older adults. The sulfur compounds help the liver neutralize toxins more efficiently, supporting metabolism, energy, and immune function along the way. And when it comes to brain health, garlic's antioxidant protection shields nerve cells from damage, supporting memory and mental clarity. Many seniors fear dementia, but garlic's compounds have been shown to reduce plaque buildup and oxidative stress in brain tissue. These effects don't show up overnight, but with regular, smart use, garlic becomes part of a long-term brain protective lifestyle. If you live with a sweet tooth or borderline high blood sugar, garlic has a role to play there too. It helps improve insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism, keeping blood sugar more stable throughout the day and reducing dangerous spikes. That means fewer mood crashes, better energy, and more protection against the silent creep of diabetes in the background. And it's not just blood sugar. Garlic also supports kidney function by easing pressure on arteries and aiding natural detox pathways. For seniors, kidneys work harder. As we age, supporting them with garlic's gentle diuretic and anti-inflammatory properties can ease that strain. Many seniors experience recurrent infections, especially urinary or respiratory, and garlic's antimicrobial action can quietly reduce these flare-ups over time. Its broad-spectrum activity helps rebalance bacteria in the gut, throat, and urinary tract without wiping out good microbes like antibiotics do. Of course, if you're taking antibiotics or medications, always check with a doctor before adding large amounts of raw garlic. Garlic is powerful, especially on an empty stomach. It may upset digestion for some, so begin slowly and build up gradually. Try starting with half a clove per day, finely minced and mixed with food or salad dressings to soften the bite. You might feel warmth, a slight burning sensation, or even sweat a little. That's a lecithin at work inside your system. Some seniors even notice a detox effect early on, like more frequent urination or looser bowels. This usually passes after adjustment. With time, the body adapts, and what once felt intense becomes part of your daily rhythm, like brushing your teeth. You don't need to eat raw garlic every day to benefit. You just need to use it wisely when you do. For those who love to cook, simply adding garlic after sautéing, rather than before, can preserve more of its medicinal potential. Or stir it into soup at the very end, just before serving, rather than letting it simmer for hours on heat. Heat dulls garlic's power, time activates it. Chop, wait, then gently warm or use raw when possible. For those who can't stomach raw garlic, aged black garlic is a milder, sweeter option with many of the same benefits. It's made by fermenting garlic slowly at low heat, transforming it into a dark, soft, slightly caramelized product with enhanced antioxidants. While it has less allicin, it's rich in salilylcysteine and other bioavailable compounds that still protect the body with age. This form is easier on digestion and less likely to cause odor, while still boosting immunity, circulation, and antioxidant status. So whether raw, roasted, aged, or infused in oil, garlic remains one of nature's most versatile and healing tools. The mistake to avoid isn't just how it's prepared, but believing that flavor alone equals health, when technique is everything. Garlic can also be used externally. Some seniors use garlic oil on joints, feet, or the scalp for anti-inflammatory benefits. Garlic can irritate skin when applied raw, so always dilute with a carrier oil and test first gently. The smell may linger, but so does the impact. Garlic activates blood flow even through the skin, warming cold or stiff areas. Garlic foot soaks, using warm water and garlic oil, are a traditional remedy for boosting circulation and drawing out toxins. These folk remedies still hold power when used with respect, but again, it's not just what you use, but the ancient Greeks called garlic the stinking rose, and athletes once chewed it before Olympic Games to increase endurance naturally. Roman soldiers ate garlic to gain strength before battle, and traditional Chinese medicine still uses garlic for lung and kidney health. Our ancestors knew something we've forgotten in modern fast food culture. True healing takes time, care, and a little bit of ritual. As a senior, you're in a perfect position to return to those slower, wiser traditions that nourish health over years. Garlic is not a miracle pill, but it is a miraculous plant when you honor its rhythm and unlock its hidden life. It may look small and humble on the outside, but inside that bulb is an entire pharmacy shaped by nature. So if you've been eating garlic, but never noticed results, now you understand why. It wasn't the garlic, it was the timing. This one simple change, letting garlic rest, can make the difference between a nice flavor and a long-term functional medicine for aging. Let this be your daily act of self-care. Cut the garlic, let it sit, and give your body real power. Garlic's power lies not only in its chemistry, but also in your commitment to use it with patience and consistency each day. It's not about taking massive amounts, but using small amounts the right way. Daily, properly prepared, and gently introduced into meals. Consistency beats quantity. When it comes to garlic, especially for seniors managing age-related changes in blood, brain, and immune systems. Over time, garlic becomes part of your rhythm, an invisible ally that protects you from the inside out with each meal. When garlic becomes habit, not a supplement, you'll notice subtle but powerful shifts, more energy, better digestion, improved warmth in extremities. You may even find you get sick less often, breathe more clearly, or feel sharper in thought than you did before. That's garlic working quietly in the background, supporting blood flow, clearing pathogens, and shielding brain cells from oxidative stress. But this power requires your participation. The plant has potential, but you must unlock it with a blade and a pause. Cutting garlic is like flipping a switch. Allicin doesn't exist until you activate it with air and a little waiting. The moment you slice, crush, or mince a clove, you begin a chemical process that takes a few quiet minutes. Think of it like letting tea steep, bread rise, or soup simmer. Some things can't be rushed if they're to heal. It's not magic, it's biochemistry, and it rewards those who give garlic the space it needs to become medicine, not just food. For example, some seniors take 1 garlic clove daily, with lemon water after letting it rest, creating a morning immunity ritual. Others prefer mixing minced garlic with honey and ginger, letting it sit overnight as a throat-soothing tonic during cold season. There are endless ways to use garlic, but the foundation is always the same. Cut it, wait, and then proceed. Even pickled garlic retains much of its benefit when fermented after activation, offering a gentler, sweeter version for daily consumption. You don't need fancy recipes, just real garlic, real time, and real awareness of how healing compounds are formed and preserved. The good news is garlic pairs well with nearly every cuisine, Mediterranean, Asian, African, Middle Eastern, and even Latin American dishes. So whether you're cooking lentils, rice, fish, or pasta, garlic fits in seamlessly. Just time it right and let it breathe. Garlic also works synergistically with other powerful foods like turmeric, ginger, and lemon, amplifying anti-inflammatory and circulatory benefits when combined. Some seniors make a morning blend with garlic, turmeric, and apple cider vinegar to support joints, digestion, and blood pressure. It's strong tasting, but deeply restorative, and if made correctly, it helps stimulate stomach acid and bile production in aging digestive tracts. Better digestion means better nutrient absorption, more stable energy, and a stronger immune system, all vital as we grow older. Many seniors unknowingly suffer from low stomach acid, which leads to bloating, malnutrition, and fatigue. Garlic can naturally awaken that fire. Garlic also helps prevent calcification in arteries and tissues, a silent aging factor that leads to stiffness, blood flow issues, pain. Allicin has been shown to reduce calcium deposits in blood vessels and joints, helping preserve mobility and reduce cardiovascular risk. This is especially critical for older adults who want to maintain independence, balance, and physical resilience into their 70s and beyond. And still, the key is repetition and ritual, not just knowing about garlic, but turning its preparation into a nourishing habit. This mistake, cooking too quickly, skipping the wait, is easy to make, but also easy to correct starting with your next meal. Chop your clove and let it rest while you boil rice, steam vegetables, or prepare your main dish. No extra effort. Just awareness. Just presence. Just those 10 small minutes of respect for nature's pace and the body's healing timeline. Garlic may seem like a humble bulb, but within it are over 30 sulfur compounds that influence multiple body systems. These include diallyl sulfide, ajoine, and allyl propyl disulfide, names you may not remember, but your cells will recognize their touch. Once inside your bloodstream, they act like tiny messengers, instructing cells to protect, repair, and regenerate aging tissues quietly. Your liver filters better, your arteries relax more easily, your immune system stands taller, and your energy begins to rebuild. All of this from a single clove, and yet only when it's allowed to awaken first in open air. That's the secret most people miss, because we've been trained to rush, to flavor, to fry, never to pause and prepare. But if you're over 60, your body responds better to rhythm, warmth, and consistency than to pills or fast fixes. Garlic offers rhythm. Garlic offers warmth. Garlic offers a slow, steady return to balance, without artificial stimulation or synthetic force. It may not give you instant results, but it gives you lasting change, especially when used with care and clarity. You can teach your body to age better, heal faster, and resist illness more easily if you give it the right tools. And garlic, used wisely, is one of the most powerful tools nature has ever offered to humankind for aging well. So make garlic your companion, your medicine, your quiet healer. Chop, wait, and then let it become part of it. Let it circulate in your bloodstream, whispering instructions to each cell: cleanse, protect, expand, flow. Remember how to thrive again. That's the level of healing garlic reaches, not just symptoms, but the very communication network your body uses to function properly. Your cells speak in molecules, and garlic is fluent in that language. Allicin, especially, is like a trusted translator and messenger. It enters tissues and modulates immune responses, reduces dangerous inflammation, and encourages old cells to function like younger ones again. Think about that, one food with the power to communicate directly with your biology, all by waiting 10 minutes after slicing. How many people unknowingly throw that power away by tossing garlic directly into hot oil without a second thought? Now that you know the truth, you hold the advantage. You can make garlic a true partner in your health. It costs nothing more than a moment of time and awareness, and what it gives back is years of vitality and clarity. Whether you grow it in your garden or buy it at the store, the healing potential is right in your hands. Just respect the process. Let the compounds come alive. Let the garlic speak before it's silenced by heat and haste. By now, you understand that garlic is more than just a spice. It's a daily opportunity for healing, if used properly. You've learned how a 10-minute pause after crushing garlic can make the difference between health food and wasted potential. You know allicin doesn't exist in whole garlic, but only forms when air meets the crushed clove, unlocking its power. You've seen how it protects your heart, calms inflammation, supports digestion, boosts circulation, balances blood sugar, and sharpens aging minds. But maybe the greatest gift garlic offers seniors isn't just physical. It's the reminder to slow down, listen, and be intentional. Garlic can't be rushed, and neither can health. Longevity comes not from quick fixes, but from small, mindful habits repeated daily. Every clove of garlic is a ritual waiting to happen, one that honors both nature's chemistry and the body's ability to heal. When you slice that garlic and let it rest, you're also telling your nervous system, pause, breathe, prepare for nourishment. You're not just feeding your body, you're feeding your cells instructions to repair, rejuvenate, and remember how to function with grace. So many seniors feel like their best years are behind them, but garlic whispers, you're not done. You're just beginning again. Because the truth is, aging isn't a decline, it's a transition, and garlic is a natural bridge into a wiser vitality. When you use it daily and correctly, garlic becomes a silent partner in this stage of life, strengthening you quietly. It's the kind of medicine that doesn't come in a bottle. It comes from your cutting board, your hands, and your awareness. Even its scent, once feared or hidden, becomes a symbol of healing, strength, and wisdom you've earned with the years. Seniors who live longest and strongest often share a few common traits: slowness, consistency, community, and a connection to healing foods. Garlic embodies all four. It's grown communally, prepared with patience, used traditionally, and requires daily dedication for full effect. And when you share garlic with others, whether through a warm meal or shared recipe, you pass on more than just flavor. You pass on ancestral knowledge. You become part of a healing chain that goes back thousands of years and forward too. This isn't just about garlic. It's about reclaiming the small acts that create big change in the way we age. It's about recognizing that medicine doesn't always look like a capsule or surgery. Sometimes it looks like a clove on a plate. It looks like a senior taking control, choosing plants over pills, and preparing meals with intention, not just out of habit. And in that way, garlic becomes part of your legacy, a living lesson you embody, one that others can feel and follow. Even if your joints ache or your memory sometimes slips, this is one choice that puts power back into your hands. Because every time you pick up a garlic clove, you get to choose a quick flavor or deep healing, rush or ritual. And when you choose to wait those 10 minutes, you're choosing health, vitality, and clarity over convenience and short-lived taste. Your body knows what to do with real food, especially food as ancient and potent as garlic when it's activated with care. Each compound in garlic works like a tune-up, cleaning the internal machinery that time and stress slowly wear down. Allicin seeks out damage, fights invaders, softens hard arteries, calms inflamed tissues, and even encourages apoptosis of unhealthy cells. It balances the immune system, not overstimulating it, but regulating it, reducing autoimmune responses and enhancing viral resistance at once. And for seniors facing long-term medication use, garlic offers support to the liver and kidneys, easing the burden of pharmaceuticals. Even the brain, one of the last places garlic reaches, benefits from garlic's ability to lower inflammation and oxidative damage. Neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's are linked to chronic inflammation and blood flow issues, two things garlic gently helps regulate. That means better focus, clearer recall, and more calm during moments when confusion might otherwise take over. It won't reverse age overnight, but it may slow down the decline, and in aging, that's one of the greatest gifts. Some researchers even suggest garlic supports neurogenesis, the birth of new neurons in the brain, especially when paired with exercise and sleep. At 70 or 80 years old, you could still be growing new brain cells with garlic's help. But again, only if you prepare it right, chop, wait, and let the allicin form before eating or cooking lightly. It's that pause that holds the power, that quiet breath between cutting and cooking that separates healing from habit. In this world, we're told aging means decline, but garlic, and the wisdom behind its use, say up. Aging can mean clarity, strength, immunity, and calm, if we lean on nature's allies and respect the process of transformation. So let garlic be your gentle teacher. Let it remind you that every clove holds a secret. If handled right, you don't need expensive treatments or endless pills. You need food, time, and a bit of curiosity to unlock wellness. You need the quiet confidence of someone who's seen the years pass and still chooses to plant seeds of strength. Because garlic is a seed, in many ways planted not just in the ground, but in your body's daily renewal. And when it grows inside you, when its compounds flow through your bloodstream, you become part of a deeper cycle. A cycle of wisdom, a cycle of healing, a cycle of restoration, from the inside out, one clove at a time. So tonight, as you prepare your dinner, crush that garlic with intention. Wait 10 minutes, then cook it gently or eat it raw. Feel its warmth. Let it become your rhythm. Let it become your daily proof that healing lives in the smallest choices. Let it remind you that aging is not the end, but the beginning of a more mindful, more powerful kind of living. And if you ever forget the step, just come back to it. Garlic will always wait, ready to serve your health again. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. The garlic will do the rest when you prepare it right. That is the real secret. That is the mistake many people make. But now you know.